name is Stefanie Maegan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.
Okay. Round two.
Round two. Dos. Dalawa.
Okay. Time for another one. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get your chap on.
Yes.
Oh, can I have some hand sanitizer?
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like spray.
I love this one because it's it doesn't dry me out.
Yeah, I hate the ones that dry you out.
Yeah, this one like keeps me moist or like smooth.
Yeah.
You know?
I burned my little.
Ooh, oh no.
It's
Oh, you have a
fine.
cut.
Yeah.
I'm not liable.
All right. Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broke Girl Therapy. And guess the fuck what?
What?
We got HK motherfucking brains, aka Fill Me Up. I'm not over it.
And that's the end. Goodbye.
I'm not over it. Is it too much? Should I bleep that out?
No, that was just
Okay.
that was great. I was just caught off guard. You know, just being exposed in the first 30 seconds of the episode. Hi.
Hi.
I am HK Brains.
And you is you.
AKA what she just said, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Go subscribe, pay
Yeah.
some money.
Yes.
What's up?
What's
Okay.
up?
Well, we always talk about ass.
We
and
do.
booties
We
and
do,
giving
'cause it's
head.
great.
And it's good.
It's my-
And you've given great advice.
Oh, thank you.
But now I feel like I really want to dive into your dating life.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
And I honestly, I've been getting this requested a lot. It's like, oh, how to date in quarantine and dating in quarantine and all that stuff. And I'm not dating in quarantine. I mean, okay, I did get a boyfriend in quarantine. We all know that story.
So she lied.
But I'm not, yeah. But I'm not, dating casually.
Actively
Actively on
going
the
out
apps.
and meeting motherfuckers. Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did I met up with a couple people, but that didn't go well.
Gotcha.
And now I'm taken, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
let's talk about it.
let's fucking discuss.
Because I know that
So-
you just told me you went through some shit. So
Yeah.
let's
went so through some bullshit. But yeah, and we kind of mentioned it in the past few episodes because we recorded them during this lockdown. We live in Southern California, literally the epicenter of this shit show of COVID.
Yeah.
Because we just can't get it the fuck together.
everyone that I see gets tested.
Yeah.
Just
And I'll admit, not to blast them, but a good 90% of my friends group have gotten COVID within the past 6 months. And
Yeah.
luckily their symptoms were mild to moderate and they're all healed now. I haven't gotten it. I just got tested before meeting up with Meg today. I'm still
You just
negative.
call me Meg.
I did. Sorry.
I mean, that's fine. I like it actually. He called me Meg.
Phil Mega.
I'll take it. I kind of liked it actually. I didn't mind it. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah. So sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I've known a lot of people that have gotten sick in the past several months. This is an ongoing thing. We all know that the pandemic is a thing, but we all have needs. I think that's why people were like risking going out because they miss human connection. So I get
Yeah.
it. And when we discussed it before, I mentioned how a lot of people are resorting to their exes because it's just easy access, right? So in general, people are just going to do what they want to do. Like we can't really police our friends and say, we can tell them like, yeah, you shouldn't go out. If you go out, be in an open area, like
Be smart about it.
Yeah, be smart about it. Wear your mask, whatever. But as far as hooking up, I know people are out here fucking, like,
Yeah.
and we can say that we're not sick. That doesn't mean you don't have it. So you're just, you know what you're getting into. If you're out here fucking, you kind of already know. And that kind of goes before COVID. There's other diseases that that you should know about already.
Exactly.
So
And now it's just forcing you to be more cautious.
yeah,
if
I
you are being
guess. But I
cautious.
think that I hope that's what people are, their takeaway, if any, is that like they're getting regularly tested for COVID and for STIs. And they're being openly communicative and transparent about that with their potential sex partners. Like that's something that I would like to normalize. And so for me, I'm out here. I wouldn't say meeting up. I've only met up with just one in the past
really?
6 months.
Okay.
Other than
How
that,
did you
like
meet
I
this
am
person?
chatting. It was an old
Old
fuck
flight
buddy.
thing. Oh
Yeah,
shit, that's how it
so,
always.
yeah. It kind of like I would file that under the whole X thing.
Yeah.
So it was just easy access. We trusted each other. We keep we're friends and we keep track of each other. We know where we weren't sick and we were just like, hey, you want to fuck? Like we're just horny.
Right.
But in general, like I am on some casual dating apps and I've only gotten so far as to like just chat with people. Because for me, that's sometimes enough. And like, yeah, it definitely gets to like sexual chats, trading nudes, trading sex videos and whatever. But when we talk to getting to the point of like actually meeting up, like sometimes I'll propose it and they'll admit, you know, actually I'm not comfortable right now. I'm like, okay, cool. Or I'm not comfortable. Like, it's just, like a dude asked me to suck his dick in the car like 2 days ago. And I was like,
Wait, who?
just like a random dude that hit me up.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, as much as I would love to, I know that I have to. It was literally because I was coming here. Like, I was like, I don't want to put people at risk. And
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
for sure. And that's what I think about is because I'm not going out a lot. Luckily, I stay home for school and work. So if I know I'm gonna go to meet up with someone, I want to make sure that everybody's safe. And like you're the first person that I've gotten dressed up for in like a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why like I didn't meet up with this person and I got tested. But you know, might hit him up tonight.
You're like, the pod's over, so.
But yeah, just don't be dumb. If you want to, like, we all have our needs. We're all touch deprived. I get it. Okay.
Oh shit.
For all the singles out there, you made it through the holidays. You know, you're gonna make it through Valentine's. Like will
It's
be
hard.
fine.
It,
I
like
get
dating
it.
is hard, but
Yeah.
dating in a pandemic.
Yeah, it sucks. And like but I think that's where you have to just remind yourself like that it is a pandemic. Okay, these are like unprecedented conditions. So honestly, you shouldn't be fucking worried about being alone at the holidays. You should be happy you alive.
For real.
So when I get caught up in my feelings, I just remind myself like, bitch, be grateful. Just express gratitude because that's what'll remind me and recenter me on my priorities and that, you know, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. So what's your dating life now compared to what it was pre-pandemic?
Lonely. It's just a lot of interaction online, a lot of chatting.
Did you meet up with more people back then?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was just like the regular thing. Like I was just like, cool, I'm host. So we say like, I don't know if straight people have these terms, but on gay apps, it's one of the questions when we talk about like, you know, what are you into? What's your age? When you ask for stats and people go down the list of like what they are, you then say, oh, can you host or travel? And if I say I'm hosting, that means you can come to my place and we can hook up. Travel means like I can't host but I'm willing to go meet you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I guess
not
it's
in
just a
any
gay
straight
thing.
apps that I know.
Okay. Yeah. So hosting and traveling are
What app is that?
any app that gays are on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the
Even
lingo
on Hinge?
started on
Even on Hinge?
the lingo started on Grindr. So like you'll even
Okay.
see people like this is a tip for the gays if y'all are watching, but if you want to get more interactions, don't put a display name, put hosting or just visiting, because these hoes out here are only here for a good time. And so if they see that on your
What's just visiting?
profile, just visiting, like if you had just traveled to the area.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
like
okay.
when I went up to
Okay.
SF Pride 2 years ago, that's what I put as on my profile, just visiting, and I got a whole weekend of dick.
Oh my God.
So yeah, subscribe to me if you want to know how to be a gay hoe.
That should be your first video on YouTube. How to be a gay hoe.
Actually, you know what? That is a great idea. Like, not joking, because I think that especially for young gays, you can fall susceptible to a lot of bullshit.
Right.
And while some of it may be a joke, I would love to promote that in healthy ways so that people learn to be active, but also be smart and protect themselves. So thank you for that idea.
Love that.
We a team.
We are, for real. Filipino
But yeah,
pride.
so that would be pre-pandemic. I was still if you look at my profile right now on my apps, it says just here for friends and casual fun. That term casual is so important because it lets your whoever interacts with you know that, oh, okay, he's not open to dating. And I think transparency is so important, especially because I mean, I'm going to get into it a little bit, but I got into a situation where a guy led me on thinking that he wanted more, that there was intent to actually date. But lo and behold, he just wanted to keep it casual. And, so
like, do you, because I know you as obviously we know you for like as being like a very sexual person. Like, are you looking for a relationship now? Were you prior to this person, were you looking to be in a relationship?
Not at all. Yeah. Not at all. And,
but then you met
that doesn't
someone
mean
you really liked.
That's the thing. So while I say explicitly as a label, I'm not looking, does not mean that I'm not open. So should we just get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So story time with HK.
Where my Cheetos at, man?
This was basically like the past 2 weeks. I was on my app, and actually I had deleted my app for about 3 months. I just wasn't feeling sexy, and I had my priorities. I was like, I'm in my last semester of school, about to graduate this semester, like want to stay focused. And then a few weeks ago, I was just at a kickback with some homies, and I got fucked up. When I got fucked up, I get horny as fuck.
As we all do. Tequila
and I was
makes
like,
me
I literally
horny.
just need to feel a dick inside of me. Like I was so
I totally.
And so I was like, you know what? Re-download the app, got back on, and just started messaging motherfuckers like boom, 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 boom. And, got a couple bites. Lo and behold, this was also at like 3, 4 in the morning. So who the fuck is up other than other people that are also fucked up? So didn't meet up with anybody. But the next morning or next afternoon, when I finally woke up, I woke up to like, a few messages, and I'm going through, replying, saying, hey, what's up? And this one dude caught my eye. Totally not my type, by the way. Like when I showed him to my other friends, they were like, really, girl?
Sometimes it's okay to date outside your type.
And that's the thing. Like
you should always try something different.
I still found something about him that I thought was cute. Hit him up. He was responsive very quickly, and it got real cute right away. And I was like, oh, I haven't had a cute conversation. Usually it's just strictly to the business of just like, cool, what are you looking for? What are you into? I'm into this. This is like my, that's usually how transactional my hookups are, and how a lot of it is in the gay community. It's just like, you just let them know what you want, and then you get it.
Yeah, it's very much so like that in the gay community.
And so with this guy, like it was different because he seemed very earnest and very sweet in the beginning. And when he complimented me, it wasn't sexual. It was like, oh, I like, your eyes and shit like that. Ain't no motherfucker told me he liked my eyes in a minute. Okay. And so like I had my guard up real quick. I was like, you like my what? Like, don't try like that cute shit. Like, don't try that sweet shit. Right.
Okay.
So like initially to me, sweet shit was like a red flag, but not because I don't like that, but because in this type of setting on an app that's built for sex and hookups, I was like, like
what's your game? What's your game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a player. Right.
So you're charming.
But I'm lonely, I'm touch deprived, and I was like, fine, whatever. So very quickly in like a day, we were just like very flirtatious, but in the sweetest way. It hadn't been sexual at all. And then so by day 2, he asked me for a number. He's like, hey, do you want to get off this app and just start texting? I was like, oh, I thought you'd never ask. And I was like, ugh. Now I remember the naive me, the naive bitch, because I've been, not playing, but like, being a bad bitch this whole time. But it's easy to say you're a bad bitch when all you're focused on is just sex. I forgot that I can be a soft bitch.
Every bad bitch is a soft bitch.
Yeah, right?
Let's be real.
And I was like, oh, it was so easy for him to intercept and like hit me in like my soft spot, but he found a vulnerable part, and it's all right. But yeah, day 2, text me. I gave him my number, started texting right away, and the whole night we were just chatting, and it didn't get sexual, and I think that's what fucked me up.
Oh, bitch.
And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this
yeah.
cutesy
When you start
shit.
having, yeah. Oh, girl.
So,
Oh, yeah.
that whole night we were just like talking about like our lives, and I was really impressed because I'll admit he is smarter than me, and that's not the case ever. And that's not to say that the men that I hook up with are dumb, but like usually, like I know I'm just they're like intellect is not
the surface level type conversations.
Yeah, or they're just not into intellect. Like it's not part of their interests. Like I've hooked up with a lot of different guys with different interests, and they're not into that shit. But he's like studying, or he's applying for like a master's program, and like academia is of interest, and I like totally fell for that. I felt because that's important to me. I love education and like pushing for higher. Yeah, right. So I was like, fuck, that was a weak spot in my mind that I didn't see. In hindsight, I've seen now, but like
that's why you just don't get to know them.
How did I?
But it's hard when someone's being really charming, and
I was charmed. I was charmed.
And opening up to you. Like he was probably being like vulnerable with you a little bit. Yeah.
Super. And then the cutesy shit on top of it, I was like, ugh. And then like literally within the first 2 days, just like the ideas of what we could be. When my conscience said the word we, I was like, I think this might be a problem. But I didn't care because I was just wrapped up in the moment, and I felt like just so I hadn't felt that in a long time.
Right.
You know, it wasn't even intimacy yet. It was just like that the cute,
connection.
like kilig. I don't know if you know that word, but like I was like, oh, I feel so kilig. Like it's just like romantic.
Yeah.
It's like a Tagalog word for like feeling like romantic, like warm fuzzies, like butterflies. Yeah. I was like, fuck. Like it definitely has been a long time. Pandemic's been fucking me up. Because for him to be able to do this in 2 days, like, yeah, that was very easy for him. So day 3, we're already on the rhythm of like good morning and good night texts, right?
Okay.
There was a span, I had class that day, and there was a span of like 4 hours where I didn't respond to him. So then he like triple texted me back, and he sent me like a sad face. I was like, why a long face? He was like, oh, I thought you ghosted. And I was like, I would not do that. But that's just kind of funny that you would say it like that. And it was just a mixed message because the message that sends to me is like, oh, you're a little bit needy. I like neediness.
What's his sign?
I don't know. I don't really fuck with like astrology. Yeah, I didn't
don't fuck with astrology.
I don't.
What's your sign? Because I fuck with astrology.
Well, I was born May 2nd, so that would make me a Taurus.
Okay, I could see that. I know, one of those annoying bitches.
No, it's just funny because it's literally what everybody says when I say that. That's my sign. They're like, oh, you saw Taurus.
Taurus are very charismatic, but they spicy too, you know? And they're also like homebodies, but also like at the same time, very outgoing. Like they're really outgoing, but then there's like a big...
I'm like a selective extrovert.
Yeah.
Because I know at my core I'm an introvert, but I'm like selective extrovert. But yeah. So day 3, like when I got that message, I thought it was... I shouldn't have filed it under cuteness, but in the moment I thought it was cute. I was like, oh, he's like needy. And then we made a joke about...
I need to know his sign. It's driving me crazy.
We made a joke about neediness. And he was like, oh, so you're not needy? And I was like, I mean, I don't want to... Yeah, I was like, I actually am very needy, but I didn't want to show that to you right now.
Yeah.
And so it was a mixed message that... Well, I didn't know at the time. It was after it's all said and done, I realized that was a mixed message because he was trying it in my mind. I was like, oh, so you're telling me that you don't want to be ghosted. Oh, because the end of that conversation, he goes, it's fine if you did. A lot of people do. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, but that's like fishing for sympathy.
Oh, so he's insecure.
Right.
Okay.
But who isn't, right? But then that was like kind of like
insecure as far as like being in a okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. Another red flag that happened is, I skipped over a huge part. So day 2, I was like helping him like do some stuff for school. Fuck, I really hope he doesn't watch this episode.
Really on the second day?
Yeah.
Wow.
And well, mostly because it was just something that he was doing, and we were just chatting, and I was like, what are you up to? And so by the end of it, he finished what he needed to do, and he was like, oh, thanks so much for staying up and talking me through it. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I don't really think I did anything, but you know, whatever. And he's like, oh, here's a little thank you. And then he sent me a jack off video. Like,
I love that.
the second that happened, I was an open hole. Like, that's all it takes is like, if you make the first move, I will make the second, third,
The
fourth
hoe comes out.
to the 69th move.
She
So,
releases.
of course, what did I do? Sent my video. And so we ended up sexting and, you know, doing the deed via digital video. And from there, it just launched too fast, just all these energies, because I am an incredibly sexual person and I'm disgusting, and he matched my level of gross.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, oh damn, you're just as disgusting as me. And I'm like,
Love that.
that shit is hard. Okay.
hard.
Like I'm not saying that the guys I hook up with are generally vanilla, but like a lot of the guys
Because
don't like
here's
eating ass. And I'm like,
The thing is like with just hookups, like I don't know, for me at least,
Yeah.
like I don't get just hella nasty with just a random hookup. When I like you and it's like a relationship or we like dating,
okay.
I'm real fucking nasty.
Okay. I see. So you reserve it.
Yeah, so maybe that's why like with the past guys are just like because it was just like a transactional thing.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna just eat your ass. Like I don't know you, you know. So maybe with him
I mean,
there
I
was
eat
the
ass on the first
connection.
date.
Oh, but you nasty. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like to be upfront with it because, you know, life is short. But yeah, so he matched my nasty, and I was like, fuck. And he like would send me, like, I literally screenshot messages and send them to my friends. I was like, y'all, am I falling for this person? Like,
Is he Filipino?
no. And that's why my friends were like, what? Like, I'm not gonna say what he is because well, I'll show you, but I won't say it right here.
Okay.
But I mean, he's Asian. I'll give that general,
Yeah.
but not the typical Asian, because the typical Asian is literally a Pinoy fuck boy from the Bay Area. Like, that's
trust me,
literally my.
Oh my god!
Because that's what I am, and you are what you eat.
Well, my man's from the Bay Area,
Oh,
but he ain't
Lord.
Filipino. That's so funny. I feel like, you know, it's funny because I am like, everyone's like, oh, you only like black guys, but like I also like, I'm attracted to Filipinos too, and I feel like we would have the same taste of Filipino men.
Probably. I'm gonna show you.
And there's some fuckboy Filipinos, yeah.
I mean, it's just, and they can do the bare fucking minimum. They could do the least, like take a shower and comb your hair, and I'll be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, there's some fine.
Why are you so
ones.
fine, right?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. But
I like the ones with swag and shit. Who like sneakers.
if they know how to dress,
they're on Fairfax most likely.
don't get me started. Like,
They're most likely on Fairfax in line to get some new sneakers.
like, and then add toxicity on that.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm ready to get married. Stupid, right? But that's how we connected. Is like he would send me messages like saying like, not that he just wanted to eat my ass. He's like, I want to eat your ass until my jaw hurts. Like, literally, my hole was quivering, and like it just got nastier from there. And like the way that we, you know, talked about how like, and we didn't even have sex yet. You know what I mean? Like,
did you guys meet
but he
at
was
this point
able.
yet?
No.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was going on, and great rhythm. So like by day 3, I'm like, admittedly infatuated, enamored, but not necessarily with him, because I don't know him.
Scary phase.
Yeah.
I know that I'm like getting anxiety because I know what that feeling is.
So, but I was willing to go with it because, well, at this point, I do know how to protect myself for the most part, but you know, you can't completely guard yourself from overall disappointment. Right. So day 3, we're texting and, you know, getting ready for the week ahead and having good conversation, whatever. And the topics that come about are like, you know, we know how each other jokes by now. And what would he bring up? Oh, so this wasn't a red flag at the time, but now while I'm trying to basically answer questions that I have, I'm thinking it was, but he told me that he's on prep. Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
And he was on his way to go get tested. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to get my prep refill and about to get tested. But then he goes, but I'm not active. I was like, you don't have to lie to me. And so that last part of saying you're not active, I was like, I kind of wish that you didn't say that. Like, I would have been more
Really?
comfortable if you said, you know, that because I'm still out here hooking up with guys.
Do you think that he was though? Maybe he was telling the truth.
I don't know, but let me get to the end and
Okay,
it'll kind of explain. Like, yeah. So,
Like, should we believe him?
so I like
Okay.
in the moment though, I was kind of sus, but like. I did a lot of growing in this whole week that I was talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was only 5 days. Spoiler alert, but I'll get to that. So when he brought that up, I was like, "Oh, that's amazing! Like, you know, I'm really glad you're on prep. That's awesome." Like, I have friends that work in sexual health. You watch previous episodes. I bring this up all the time. Like, this should be something that's regulated, especially if you're out being sexually active. But in this conversation, I was like, "You don't have to tell me." But I didn't say that. I kind of just like sidestepped it because I didn't want to sound like I was insecure, projecting my insecurities of like, okay, but are you still fucking? Because I have friends that when they're on prep, they're active, but when they're not active and they know they're not going to be sexually active for like a span of months, they will stop their prescription. And it's just, sure, he doesn't need to do that. Like, yeah, it's good to continue if you think that, oh, just a random hookup might just happen. Okay, I get that. But it was just...
Maybe he was planning on hook up with you. No?
I mean, that's what I thought, but so yeah, there was just like another thing in my head. And what else? Like, there weren't super red flags. Maybe like, what's a muted color of red? Like pink
Burgundy.
or like burgundy. Yeah, they weren't like crimson red flags, but they were still enough that I should have been more cautious or just ask more questions. Because he was an open book from the jump and then started getting more distant towards the end. So one of the last conversations that we had of being vulnerable is we talked about like our progress. So if you've been watching the last few episodes with me and Steph, I've actually lost 15 pounds since the episode that we did since the Dick Nick.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you. And I've just been going through crazy body issues and dysmorphia. Right. Like, it's just, we all are, right? Whether it's not in quarantine or pre-COVID, everybody has body issues if you subscribe to that type of culture, that toxic, you know, culture.
Yeah.
And
beauty standards.
Yeah.
Toxic beauty standards.
Yeah. And so he told me how, like, during quarantine, he went through a lot and he gained all this weight, and he showed me a picture and I was like, bruh, your heavy is like, I haven't been that weight in maybe 2 years.
Wow.
And then so I was like, he was like, oh, like, show me a picture of you. I was like, I will never share a picture of who I was, you know, literally just like 8 months ago, because I was at my heaviest during COVID. And
this has been an ongoing problem with a lot of people. I think I've even gained a lot of weight during this time too. I've been working out, but it's still like I'm struggling with it too.
Yeah. And like, so we're all going through it. And so, but he was, he made it into like a safe space of like, well, you know, like, you can share it with me. So then, even though initially I said I was never going to share it, eventually I did. And I was like, you know what? I should be proud of myself. So I shared him pictures of like when I was really fit in 2018. And then when I was super at my heaviest 8 months ago, in like spring or summer of
You're
COVID.
also a dancer too, so you're used to like moving around so much. So obviously
and I haven't.
COVID, you haven't. It's just just
inactive. So
by the way, HK is an amazing dancer. We need to do a TikTok video.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Anyways, continue. Because y'all need to see the swag when he dances.
But I shared my picture of when I was really heavy, and then I told him, I was like, actually, admittedly, so we shared Instagram handles on like the second day. I don't know if you saw it, but I posted like a body positivity post.
I did, yeah, I loved it.
And it was like, the caption was like, I'm sick of hating my body. And that was actually, I didn't want it to be a progress pic, but nobody has seen the pic of when I was really heavy. So that's kind of why I was like, I know I'm not where I'm at, but I'm definitely confident in posting this because I'm not as heavy as I was last summer. So there was progress in there, but I didn't make it about progress. But
you're just like owning what your body is now and learning to love that, and that's important. I think it shouldn't always be about the progress; it should be about where you are right now. And
yes, love yourself in the moment because that's where you're at. You can only love yourself in the present. So but I actually, before I gave him my Instagram handle, I archived the post so that you couldn't see it on my grid on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
And so I admitted to him, I was like, actually, I made this body positivity post, but I archived it before I gave you my handle. He's like, oh my God, why would you do that? And I was like, I swear I wasn't trying to catfish you, but I just felt self-conscious. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, no, like I wouldn't judge you. So then I put it back up and then I showed him the video and he was super supportive and, really great about it. He's like, oh, I believe in you. You could do it. He's like, you should try this, try that. Cause he's super into like fitness and nutrition and stuff like that. But it's a huge insecurity of mine, of all of ours, if we're not where we're at with our body image.
Oh, me every
and
day.
So day 4, he was extremely busy and I woke up. I usually end up waking up to like a good morning text. I like how I say usually when this is only 5 days, but
But
there was a dynamic, a rhythm that ended up
Yes.
happening within that short span.
It be feeling like forever. Once you feel really connected to someone, you feel like you've known them forever.
Yeah. So the 5th day, I woke up to no message. And it's because usually he wakes up a lot earlier than me, but he'll still send me a morning message knowing that I'll text him a couple hours later. So I was like, okay. And then I just text him. I was like, hey, hope you're doing great. And then he didn't text me for like another 4 hours saying that he had like a crazy busy day, feeling overwhelmed. I was like, okay, I get it. Like, and that's also a cue for me. Like maybe this is part of like learning to be better with communication. Maybe he wanted me to be needy in that moment. But what I would take that is you need space because you got priorities. You're overwhelmed. I'm a step back.
Right.
That's
I would have done the same thing.
As an adult, that's how I interpret that because maturely, I'm not trying to distract. And I mentioned that, like, I think on day 2 when we're talking about school and everything, I was like, you're going to be on this huge mission. I don't want to distract you. So I sent him well wishes. I said, get what you need to get done. You're doing great. And hit me up later,
Right.
So he didn't text me, and then usually he goes to sleep around a particular time because I know he has to wake up early. Didn't text me goodnight. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just say goodnight. And, So then day 5, no message at all. But, he was active on Instagram. So I was like, okay.
I hate that.
But the thing is, like, his page is kind of like, it ties in with his hobby. I'm trying to like I'm trying not to expose who this person is, but he has like a page that's like a interest page. So it's not much of a personal blog like our Instagrams.
Right.
So his daily activity is kind of just routine, like almost like a job, even though he doesn't make money off of his page. It's just, so that's why I didn't take it as like, so that's why I didn't take it as like, oh, he's on social media and he doesn't have time to text me. I was like, no, that's a regular thing he does every morning.
Right.
So
but still, just like, no, sorry.
But you're on your phone, right? You saw my message. So, day 5, I was really tough because I was just like, all that energy was just stripped away. But I was still trying to be respectful. I was like, okay, this is me taking it as you have your priorities, you have your boundaries, I must respect it. So by the end of day 5, I'm upset but not trying to be. So I'm literally fighting myself. It's mental gymnastics.
I feel you on that because I think at one point all of us have felt that, especially in this beginning stage of getting to know someone. You don't really know what their motive is or how, if they're going to like you or continue to like you the next day. It's scary. Yeah. So I get that.
So I was like, we reached a level of intimacy that I haven't experienced and that I realized I missed. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, now I realize I got caught up and I was like, but I it was still fresh. And I was like, I don't want to jump to conclusions, which is also something I'm really good at. And just, move on to the next or whatever.
Right.
So then day 6, I went to dinner with some friends. And I just, it was on the front of my mind. It's been on the front of my mind for these last 2 days of no contact. And I told them what was going on and everybody had their different opinions. There was like, girl, you have to assume that he's messaging other people and that he's talking to other people or whatever and all this other stuff and shit that I coached my friends on. Like, I'm always able to be everybody's cheerleader, but when it comes to me taking my own advice, just goes over my fucking head, right?
Right.
So like I coached my whole friends group.
That's
on
why
how
friends
to,
are important, because when
Right?
you're in the moment and you're also in your fucking head,
Yeah.
your friends also be like, hey, you know this already, but come back down.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I've coached my whole friend circle on how to be bad bitches. And I, I needed that because I let myself falter. And not to say that you shouldn't be vulnerable. Like, yeah, in the right scenario, be vulnerable. Or sometimes you just got to take a risk. And I think that's what I did here.
Yeah.
But,
And you haven't taken a risk in a while, so
Yeah.
might as well.
and so they kind of brought me down to reality. They're like, you don't want to assume too much, but also sometimes, like one of the friends, he said, okay, I'll admit that I sometimes do that. I ghost people. I was like, okay, but what can you tell me more about? He's like, honestly, it's just because I want to keep my options open. I was like, okay, great. Can you just fucking tell people though? And he's like,
Right.
like,
I hate when people, like, it's one thing to ghost after like a first date, whatever, it's fine.
yeah,
But like when you've had vulnerable conversations and created a routine
led
and
me on.
and then fall off, I feel
Like, can you say that I was led on? I
were
feel like
led
I
on.
was led on.
You
right?
were led on.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
And it's also because of the mixed messaging. So now that we're at the conclusion, I'm
I
like,
hate dating.
I just wish, and I posted it, I don't know if you saw, but I posted it on my close friends, but I deleted it. But I was like, if you just want to fuck, just say that. Just tell me that. Don't go through this cute cupcaking ass stage because I'm going to get caught up. Like
Right.
I am.
That's how I know you're from the Bay, because you say cupcaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I just found that out, and my boyfriend's from the Bay, and he talks about getting, it's like, oh yeah, I was
shit.
cupcaking.
I didn't know that was a Bay
It's
thing.
a Bay thing. That's,
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an LA thing. That's a Bay thing.
But yeah.
Comment below if you're from LA and have heard about cupcaking.
Yeah, let us know if you
Or if
say
it's a Bay
cupcaking.
thing. Yeah,
Or
let us know.
what would you say if you don't say cupcaking?
I don't know. I'd be like, look at that bitch.
Well, yeah, so it's just a term. Cupcaking is a term for like being really cutesy with somebody and being
Yeah.
like romantic and flirtatious, but in like a non-sexual way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, we didn't have to go through this whole charade of cupcaking
How old was he?
for you to not 27,
Oh, there you go.
which
That's
is
why.
5 years older than my average.
Wait, you usually go for like early 20s?
It's okay. It's not on purpose. I don't look for them to be younger. They just end up being younger. Okay. I fall for baby faces.
Yeah.
And
But I also think because you are like, like just hooking up. And I feel like that's usually I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
the
gay
age when they're
community.
hoes, maybe, yeah.
I don't know if that's something in the gay community or not.
Oh. Well, no,
I
I
don't
have
know.
a wide range of
Okay.
I would hook up from 20.
Actually, all
to
dudes are
40.
hoes. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
no matter
we
what
are.
age.
If
they
you got
all-
a dick, you a
I
hoe.
don't know. Yeah. Y'all are hoes.
But,
no matter what age.
Yeah. So my friends were just trying to like be supportive, and I appreciate them. They did ground me, and they were just telling me like, if anything, like they were literally just regurgitating the advice that I give them. And I was like,
Yeah.
I need to just record myself for myself. But basically saying like,
Well, here we are.
one of my favorite sayings that I tell myself and my friends is, it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. And right now it isn't. So it's easier said than done, right? It's a hard pill to swallow, but I was like, if this is all it is, then I can't do anything about it. Whatever he's doing, because that's the thing. Then I would go back and check, and he was still active and doing his business. So I'm like, okay, you're fine. You're not going through anything. I like to catastrophize things,
Right.
and think of the worst case scenario, like, oh, maybe he got really caught up or had a family emergency. No, he's
No.
doing
He
exactly
can
what the
text
fuck
you.
he
If
wants to
they wanted
do.
to talk to you, they'll talk to you.
Correct. So
I've learned that.
yeah. So now day 7, finally a full week. I was like, I don't want to hold anger. I'm sad. I'm mad, little mad and disappointed, but I also want to change, and I'm sick of being angry. I'm sick of being petty. I'm sick of being argumentative. Like that part of being a bad bitch, I'm done with that shit. Like, cause all I really want to fucking be is happy. Okay.
I love that.
And to be happy, you can't hold onto anger and all that shit. You can be sad. Sad is something that just you need to process that. And sure, a little bit of anger too, but staying angry, that's something that I was taught. Is like being spiteful and being sour and all that shit is like being vengeful and like, oh, I'm gonna, blacklist him to all the other gays in his area. Like, I don't need to do that. And that's more energy that I don't need to waste.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just need to be grateful.
Do you think that it reminded you, that like, because you've been doing this bad bitch routine for a while, that it was like a moment that just reminded you like, oh shit, no, like that heart is like still there and maybe you do want something.
Totally. It totally grounded me in the sense that like, okay, no, you still value vulnerability. And I do. I brought that up in previous episodes too, that like, but I save it, it's on reserve.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
And I also, honestly, I don't regret that I opened that much up to him. Because I needed to go through this.
Did you go through like a really big heartbreak in your past that was like maybe toxic?
Several.
Okay.
And because it was toxic.
Did you get your heart broken or did you?
Both. Yeah.
Both.
I mean, I'm just thinking of when I got my heart broken.
I'm just trying to dive into your trauma.
No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So like, and most of it was just being naive and the lack of experience. Because now specifically to being a gay man, I talk about this with my other gay friends. We feel kind of gypped because a lot of the growing that you guys did in your teenage years, dating, those are pivotal, formative years of your youth that we didn't have. At least my generation didn't. I'm 32. Okay. I'm literally double the age of some of these people on TikTok. And it's amazing because I'm loving to see now that 16-year-olds are in safe areas, being able to be open with their sexuality. That's a beautiful thing. I love that shit.
Yeah.
But also I know homophobia definitely still exists and there are a lot of people that deal with closeted
but
issues.
It was definitely like,
yeah. So I missed out on those formative years of dating that would have helped me understand that I can't put all my eggs in the basket with meeting someone new. Clearly I'm still learning that, but like
that makes sense.
Learning how to be vulnerable, when to be vulnerable, when it's appropriate.
Because when did you come out?
19.
19. Okay.
Yeah. But even then,
did you date
I didn't know how to
before?
date.
Yeah.
No, I was a virgin until 21, and then it all went downhill after that. But I was very I was totally like a straight edge, like a square up until 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even drink or do drugs or anything?
I started drinking early, but I didn't do drugs. And that was just because of like,
Not
I was like
drugs.
in like my community because of like I was like on dance team, so it was a very social environment.
Right.
But I wasn't a heavy drinker until 20. I was like 21 is when I started having sex and like partying hard. Like I did have moments in my teenage years after 16 to 21 where I would drink, but it wasn't as bad as like when I hit 21 and I was like, oh, okay, let me ruin my own life. So
right.
But as far as relationships, yeah, I'm still obviously exploring that, and maybe it's not because of my experience, it is because of my personal experience. But I'm saying for others, if you can relate, you may not have the same experience as me, but you may relate to some of these principles. So, to sum up, I'm trying to get to the end, but the last day, when I was like debating, I was like, oh, how do I end the situation? Because sometimes we don't have the privilege of getting closure. I'm starting to realize that closure is a privilege.
It is a privilege.
And you either have to facilitate it for yourself or you just accept that you're never going to get it from someone.
And it's one of those things that after a while you kind of realize that like, not everyone's going to get that to you. Yeah. And you have to find a way to do even when you do get closure, it doesn't always mean like you're closed down, you're done. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that could like renew something or sometimes that could linger something on. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes depending on the situation, having no closure might be okay. Yeah. Actually, I don't know because I hate when people ghost and all that stuff. Yeah. Actually,
so I had to accept. I was like, if this is gonna be it, I want to be productive. Like I consciously had to tell myself and decide I don't want to be petty. I don't want to be angry. I want to, go about this the healthiest way. And so that's when I turned to gratitude. I was like, I'm just going to wish him well. And so the old petty bad bitch was like, don't text him, blacklist him, block him, la 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 la. So what I did is I decided to text him very short. and I said, hey, I know you're busy. Just wanted to say, I hope you're taking care of yourself and have a great week ahead. Of course, trying to prepare myself to if he responds. But at that point, I was finally accepting the end that I was like, I kind of hope he doesn't text me back.
Right.
You know?
You just wanted that to be like, have a good life.
Yeah.
Bye.
So then that night, I like it took a lot of strength to do that. And so I hit up my homies and like me and my close friend circle, we like get on Zoom and kind of like have like a group therapy session. And so I told them all about it. And then like we drink over Zoom and I was like getting drunk. And in my drunkenness, I was like, you know what? I feel good. I'm moving on. You know, I wish him well, good riddance. Well, not even riddance, because even that sounds spiteful, right? I was like, do you. You're doing you. You're doing great. I need to do great. I need to do me. So then I got back on my app.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So that's the other thing, too, that it's kind of unspoken, or he doesn't know this, but I didn't go back on my app. And it wasn't like I was consciously telling myself, like, don't go back on it. Because you're talking to him.
You're busy getting to know him.
But I was interested and I had that intent, and that's like, I'm a loyal motherfucker. Like I focus on one person at one time. So I went back on my app, and in the app that I'm talking about, if you go into your inbox of messages, who you recently talked to, it shows their like activity status by indicating like a colored dot. Yeah. So if you haven't been active in several days, the dot is gray, meaning that person hasn't logged on in a while. If you're active in the past day, but not online at the moment, it turns yellow. And if they're active in right now, it is green. So when I logged on, you know, the last message was him, and I saw that it was gray, and I was like, oh, okay, like that oddly was like, and I was like, I shouldn't try to find security from this, right? But since I was, you know, this is after the fact, and I decided to log back on, I started messaging dudes, and I was like, okay, like, you know, whatever. So then now, the 8th day, I got notifications because
So he never texted you back from that one text?
No text back.
Motherfucker. People
and
are so fucking rude.
But you know what? I was like,
sorry.
This was ideal now, because I was like, now I'm accepting the fact that I want to move on.
You're like, that was the final, like, okay, wow, so you're really not texting me.
It would have kind of taken me a lot more energy to try to go back, you know, without trying to be angry and like listen to his reasoning.
I know, sorry, I just feel for you.
No, that's okay. I appreciate it. But the next day, after messaging guys at night, I got notifications that I got replies. So I went back in, and of course at the top are the new messages, but he was still in my queue.
Yeah.
And his dot was now yellow. And his profile picture was new. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do my best to not tell you to fuck off. But honestly, you can fuck off because that tells me that you have moved on. And
you don't give a fuck.
And you don't give a fuck.
You just have no respect.
Like you're doing you. That's great.
If anything, that shows character, of that people are just so. If anything, that to me that shows that this person's insecure because they're not like secure enough to be like, hey, this is how I feel. Let me move on. It's like, if anything, they're a fucking coward, scared to own up to their truth and let a person know and have the decency to let somebody know, like, hey, I'm done. So to me, if someone ghosts you like that, insecure.
You're absolutely correct.
He doesn't know how to communicate how he feels because he's insecure about himself.
Absolutely correct. And this is now in the retrospect, and I appreciate it. In retrospect now, then I started analyzing all our conversations, and I was like, this all makes perfect sense. He loved to self-deprecate. That's actually really unattractive to me.
And the reason why he was so charming is because he liked the attention. He liked charming you. Made him feel good. Made him feel wanted. Made him feel needed. You know why? Because he's fucking insecure.
Yeah, super insecure. And like to me, self-deprecating comments, meaning like people that like say like, ugh, I'm ugly. Ugh, I'm fat. Ugh, I'm not talented. Ugh, I'm this. To me, that's super unattractive because you're just throwing your insecurity at me. And I know we all have insecurities, but we can be healthy about them. Right. And it's also fishing for compliments because then what would I do? I'd be like, oh my God, no, you're gorgeous. Oh my God, no, you're so handsome, blah, blah, blah.
Like they want that.
And it's like, it's not that I wasn't, it's not that I didn't mean those things, but it's unnecessary because you should already know that I think that about you. Otherwise, I wouldn't fucking talk to your ass.
Exactly.
So
But he wanted that validation.
Yeah, and I was like, so you just liked the chase. You just liked this energy, and you just liked me stroking your motherfucking ego.
Yep.
And it just all started making sense when I started looking.
And once they get
back,
that, and they're like, all right, on to the next.
And then I was like, so I kind of had to go through like the stages of
He's
grief.
probably a Scorpio or a Gemini. We need to figure out his birthday. Let's figure it out, please. I know you don't give a fuck.
I don't know how we're gonna do that.
I'm dying. Like, I need to.
We don't have any mutuals. I'll send you. I'll send you his
give me his
handle.
first and last
you
name,
can go
and
ahead
I
and
will
look.
find it out.
But well, tell me when you find out. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
I'll find out
curious.
his birth certificate. I'll find it. Don't even get me started.
I mean, you don't have to like invade
No,
privacy.
I need to know his
but-
birth. Like, I'm dying inside. That I'm like, oh my god, he's definitely a Scorpio or Gemini.
Okay.
Like, I'm not. I'm dead. Or an Aquarius, because Aquarius men could be fucking bored easily too.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Aquarius woman, but I'm great. But like Aquarius men suck.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so I just had to go through the stages of grief, and I think I'm finally towards the end of where it's like acceptance is the last one. But I went through anger, I went through denial. The worst part about it was like not allowing myself to feel, because I started judging myself. I was like, bitch, it's only been 5 days. How dare you get caught up? How dare you feel this? And I was like, wow,
No, but
when am I so mean to myself? Like,
Yeah.
what's there to be embarrassed about? Because this is my own experience, And even my friends were like, no, we understand, girl. Like, be kind to yourself.
When you really, because especially when it's been so long since you've connected with someone like
that, yeah.
you really hold on to that because you're like, this is rare.
Yeah.
So even if it's just a day or 5
I had
days,
to admit, like, I
Yeah.
did fall hard or like, in like with this person, with the
send me
idea
his handle.
of him. Yeah. The idea of him and all these things and all this stuff. And frankly, let this be, if you identify with this story, let this be proof that all those things can end up not mattering. Like I try my best to not be super superficial about looks and all those other things, but even the qualities that I was looking to, which is like matching my intellect, having values, like being disciplined and like loving your work and stuff like that, he checked those off and still ended up being a motherfucking fuck boy from the Bay. So
Was he from the Bay?
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll get into that, but I mean off when I send you his handle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm now in the process of being kind and not being bitter, because like, yeah, I don't know if you got the impression from this episode, but I'm doing my best to not say fuck off and hope the best for him, because I still have exes that I think,
Because
I
he's
don't
probably
want to
has
do.
his own set of trauma that he's dealing with. So obviously this is an outcome of the shit that he's dealing with. So
yeah,
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it was definitely just the stepping stone to like hopefully getting to a place that he wants to be,
Yeah.
which is hopefully
And-
not a dick.
and I'm looking at it as like, whatever he's doing is no longer my business. I don't need to focus and wonder, because that's the thing too. I would
Yeah.
like try
I'm
to
the same way.
fill the gaps and be like, why did he not message me? Maybe something's going on. Or what did I do? Like, did he dig up
Right.
dirt on me? And I was like, first of all, anything from my past is none of his fucking business. And I'm a good person. I haven't,
Yeah.
like done
You're
people
amazing.
that dirty. So like, it was just, I've been trying to like say all these weird things in my head. And I'm like, chill, bruh. Like, it's not that deep. Maybe he thought that me not responding to him in a day was a sign that I wasn't providing the neediness that he wanted or something. Even
It's
that,
not your fault. That's
it's-
not your fault.
and it's not my duty.
It's not
Like
your
at this point,
duty.
it's none of my business. I just need to move on, and I can be grateful. And I'm
'Cause
looking at it.
eventually you responded.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm looking at it as if it took me 5 days to fall that hard, it should just take me another 5 days to get the fuck over it. Currently, I'm on day 4, and I
Okay.
actually feel I'm
it
definitely
usually
great.
takes a half amount of time you're with someone to get over them.
Oh, okay. So, well, I definitely feel better than I was 3 days ago when I was still
Yeah.
just wondering about it. Like, I was able to wake up today and just get my shit done and no longer think.
Also, we did the
about-
pod at a perfect time where it's fresh but healed-ish. Okay.
So I'm letting these scars heal, and I'm going to practice as much gratitude as I can, wish him well. Oh, one of the last things I did. So he didn't block me or unfollow me on Instagram, and he watched my story yesterday.
Oh, that's confusing.
So I was
I
like,
hate when social media gets tied.
that's the
into this.
thing. If you're one of those people, stop checking who's watching your motherfucking story.
I don't
do
even
it.
look- I don't even
I don't
look
look
anymore.
anymore, right? But I did in this scenario because I was like, I'm just curious. And then when he saw it, I was like, what? you know?
Yeah.
And so what I did is I don't want to be petty to the point where I need to block him. Which, by the way, if you end up blocking somebody, if you are the person that's intense and you need to block somebody, don't be ashamed. Because I have friends that are like, ugh, I don't want to like block him because I don't want to be that person. I'm like,
Only time I block is when I lurk their Instagram story, and then I block them so they don't see that I looked at their Instagram story.
Oh, okay.
It's the only time I block. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah, look at this shit.
Yeah.
And I want to look at your shit.
Apparently, there's like a stigma against like blocking people because people don't want to put out the image that they are petty. And I'm like, it's not petty. It's self-care. Putting up your boundaries is so fucking important. And I think sometimes we lean on certain boundaries.
But I think sometimes people are really dramatic about it. Like I had a friend who dumped me and she just blocked me on everything. And I thought that was a little dramatic.
Oh.
I'm not going to get into
that.
Oh,
no. Not, like right. But I mean like, so her current friends now, like I feel like if they're going to judge her, they're not her real friends.
Right.
But like her supportive friends would be like, if that's something that you needed to do, then do it. So I understand out of sight, out of mind is important when you're trying to heal. So I wasn't that deep that I needed to block him. I don't need to block him. But knowing that he still followed me and was watching my shit, now finally you can remove followers instead of having to block somebody. So I went in my friends list. I removed him from following me. And then I unfollowed him.
You could do that?
And he has so many followers. I don't even know if he noticed. But
how many followers does he have?
A few.
I don't know why I'm nosing you about.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
And you'll see his page is like an interest page. It's very focused on like a niche type of. Anyway,
I'm like,
so
I want to know more about it.
It was empowering because I knew that like even if he doesn't notice, at some point if he ever does get curious or try to find me again, he's gonna see that one, I didn't block him, but two, it'll show a blue follow button. Because it doesn't follow, he doesn't follow me anymore. Yeah. And for whatever reason, that just brought security into my mind because it made me feel like I'm not being petty, but also I'm setting a boundary and I'm letting it be known.
We don't need to follow each other.
Yeah, we don't need to follow each other. That I'm done with this situation because you couldn't man the fuck up and let me the fuck know what's going on. So whatever you're thinking and feeling is no longer my business no more.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I think this is like unleashed a part of you that maybe you just haven't. Because I know I've been in situations.
I've also never been this vulnerable about my personal situation on the pod.
No, so I love it.
Thank you for giving me this space.
This is what Broke Girl Therapy is for.
Yes.
And this is my trick with people that come on the show. I start lighthearted and superficial and funny. And then I'm like, all right.
Let's
get
the dick talk.
Let's get, because that's how I start. I feel like at first it was kind of just like very like surface level, like why did he like me, or like sex. And then as time goes on, you really get to know a person, and that's what I want to do with every single person that comes on the show.
Yeah,
is that not only are they getting to know me, I want them to really get to know you, and I think that like you have such a huge heart and have really are just the way you articulate everything to sucking dick and to your experience, and even storytelling is great, and it's entertaining, and a lot of people can relate, and I love that. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, you're Filipino. And I love that.
I love this type of connection. Like I'm that person that like loves deep talks.
Oh, me too.
And long talks and talking about life and all that shit. Like it's something that I value because I love connecting with people on a deep level.
I want to know about everyone's trauma, you know?
I mean,
and also the thing about dating is what I find so incredible is that how every single person's dating life is such a reflection on their trauma.
Oh, totally. You know? We're all projecting our trauma.
We're all projecting our trauma when it comes to dating and relationships. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, we could talk about boys and sex and stuff, but like, why did we go into these routines? Where does this stem from? Like, this is therapy.
Yes, it is.
It's why I do what I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, I also have another question because I know we're running out of time, but I don't care. I want to ask this question. So, you know, it's really known, like, in the gay community, you know, how sexually active everyone is. And just how you're saying, it's like sex is so transactional, you know, and it's so much more common in the gay community, especially in male gay community, than it is in like a heterosexual, you know, dating world.
At least to detach relationship.
Right. And I have a lot of friends who are gay, who are, you know, super romantic and want love and want a relationship and find it very difficult to find love in this community because it is very sex driven.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that a part of like why you became such a bad bitch is because this wall that you put up because of the community that is, you know?
So yes, and there's so many layers, and I won't try to cover all of them, but what I can say is that if you are a queer person, you already have so much trauma unrelated to romance and unrelated to dating that you are still processing and still will need to be healing from before you can even, and it's uncontrollable, but of course it's going to come out when you're dating and when you're talking to people. So that right there, the whole queer community is just hurt.
Yeah.
And so that's why we can be very dramatic and get to extremes. And that's why I don't want to be petty with this guy that I just ended up talking to, because maybe he went through a trauma where that's why it's difficult for him to, like, he likes to connect.
Love. Obviously, he clearly wants
likes
love.
to connect, but also finds it difficult to be that brutally honest, or when he needs to be responsible with someone else's feelings, still can't do that.
Immature.
So, and even you like calling me a bad bitch, while I appreciate that, I realize part of that is just also being a closed off bitch, because it's easier to be tough when you are not letting yourself be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right. So like when you have walls up, it's like, oh, nobody can get to me. It's like, yeah, because you're not letting anybody in. But like a real bad bitch is like, you can let someone in and then recover. So it's a lot, but yeah. So with gay people or queer people, we're all healing, and we're also having to deal with inexperience. So while we have these ideals, and a lot of them are heteronormative ideas, so they don't make sense to us. Like, it doesn't make sense for a gay person to try to go after the regular cookie cutter suburban marriage and have kids, because that's not what we go through. We can imitate that, and sometimes that makes people happy, but at the end, you just have to be true to yourself and what do you really want. And you can totally have a family, but not have to try to go by those binary standards.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a lot to deal with. And all I can say is just be kind to yourself first, and then be kind to everybody else that you encounter, because we're all going through shit.
Yeah. I love that you brought up the fact that, like, just even being queer and gay in general, there's a lot of trauma that goes behind that, because I didn't even take that into consideration when it comes to dating.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, I mean, obviously, I mean, even for me, like, just how, like, you're saying, like, you have this bad bitch persona to kind of have that, you know, guard up. It's like, even as a woman, a straight woman, like, I, of course, have had my fucking hoe phase, and everyone knows I failed at my hoe phase. I always got feelings and shit, so I wasn't good at it. But like, I, you know, had to put up this bad bitch wall to have that kind of protection. And I can't even imagine now it just being like, if I was, you know, a gay man, like I would definitely feel like that wall would even be more built up because of that extra trauma on top of it.
Totally.
You know?
And I'm not saying that heterosexual cisgender people don't have trauma. Of course you do.
We just have a different set of trauma.
But it's like, but when it comes to like casual things, I think a lot of my straight friends think like, oh, we have this, if we're talking about casual dating, we kind of are starting at the same level. It's like, nah, sis, you definitely were able to go through things without dealing with some things that I had to, just to get to the same level.
Well, what you went through with this person, how they led you on and charmed you, I feel like that's actually so much is very common in this straight community.
Okay.
Because, you know, I feel like, you know, how you're saying, like, you guys are very transactional with sex. I feel like with women, we kind of view sex a little differently. I mean, some could be very transactional, but a lot, I would say, is very similar to me, where it's like, no, I want to get to know you and feel comfortable and feel like I have to like you. Like, there's so many layers that go into be like, would I fuck you? Yeah. You know? So like a guy has to kind of charm and do a little bit the extra mile, you know, to do it. So I feel like the way that he was with you is like very, I mean, I've been through that way too many goddamn times. Okay. At points where I kind of want someone to just be straight up and be like, do you want sex or not?
I think that's what it was. And I'm actually really glad that you said that to me, because like, not like to just trauma bond, but now I understand. Okay, so he wasn't just out to get just me, you know, like if this is a common thing, then like, okay, men need to grow the fuck up. or like,
Right.
or if you're this type of person, sorry, not to just single out men, but if you're the type of person that ghosts with lack of communication
do it too.
and leading people on, like if you're that trash ass motherfucker, like please heal, because you're just letting us know that you're immature, you're still growing up,
Right.
and you don't respect yourself. Because how can you respect someone else if you don't respect yourself first? How can you love someone else if you don't love yourself first? So
Exactly.
I hope you heal.
I had a girlfriend who told me that she ghosts like every dude. And I was like, why? You know, and she's just like, oh, like he just really likes me. And I feel like the only thing I could do is just let him just like not respond to anything. I was like, actually, the best thing you can do is let them know, because the sooner you let them know, the sooner they'll move on.
Yeah.
And it won't be as traumatizing for that person.
Yeah.
Like I feel like every time I got ghosted, my like feelings linger for them longer, because I'm like still processing like, why are they not texting me back? It's like it's making the situation harder. So like if you're a person who just is not interested in another person, have the decency to not ghost and let someone know, because it will be better for them in the long run.
Yes. And it sucks because your friend, sis, I hope you
once I broke it down for her, she's like, oh my God, you're right. I was like, yeah.
Because then you're just projecting your pain and trauma, and everybody can see that you haven't gotten over a certain thing. That's why you do that to people.
I also asked if she had abandonment issues, and she's like, yeah, I was abandoned by my father. I was like, okay, there we go. So she only knows, that's the thing. She only knows to abandon versus being like, and this is, you know, I feel for her. That's obviously it's very difficult, but she only knows to leave rather than to communicate.
Yeah.
So that's why she does what she does.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad.
I can keep going.
Right? We could keep going. We can make this a 3-parter. But I am glad that I was able to end it in gratitude, because that's honestly the first time I ever did with someone that I connected with, at least to this point, whether it's in dating or relationships, or like this clearly is not a relationship. But to this level of talking is still significant to me. Like I won't forget this situation. Right. But usually if it ends sourly, I go the petty route, and I like blacklist them, and I talk shit about them, and I say, fuck him, la la la, he's trash. And I'll admit that I did have those feelings initially, but now I want to be at peace. I don't want to hold that shit no more. I just want to be
too much
happy.
energy. It's extra energy to something that's not even worth it.
Yeah. So I'm glad that my last message to him was one of warmth, because, you know, I mean, he does hate me out for whatever reason. I literally don't know, but at least I can say on my part, I left with kindness.
Oh, I love that. So. I love that we were supposed to talk about dating a pandemic, and then it just got into. What should I name this episode? I can't use "fill me up."
but can't you fill yourself up with good energy and gratitude?
No, I mean, I don't know how that will work. I don't know what to name this episode.
We'll think about it.
I tried to go one way, and it just went to like ghosting. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. I'll figure it out when I listen back to it.
Ghosting.
They're probably gonna be confused because they're like,
or
I thought
gratitude, or something.
Maybe like getting ghosted in a pandemic. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Oh, I love you. Do you want to plug yourself?
With a butt plug? Absolutely.
Please. We gotta always circle it back to ass. That's the way we do it.
I think I am gonna come in the future to another episode and not tell you that I have a butt plug in until like halfway through.
Oh my God. Please. I want you to surprise me. Yeah. And next time
I'll surprise you with the remote.
Yeah. Wait.
That'll be literally the closest that we will ever get to having sex.
If you would let me, I would love to. Oh my God. How about I wear one too and you have a remote and we just
collab.
We just do. Wait.
I'm down.
I'm
fucking down. I'm fucking down.
That would be the closest thing to ever having sex.
Having sex, yeah. Let's do it.
I'm actually going to purchase one since my fucking vibrator died.
Let's go shopping. We go shopping.
And you know what's great is like I'm going to start recording in my house, in my apartment again. So like, you know, we going to be extra wild.
I'm going to be moaning. Okay. I'm gonna give you my best performance.
We should drink hella tequila. Like we'll just drink, get drunk, and just like have
me up,
and just have a vibrator.
Steph's gonna literally end up like shoving her fist in me.
I think you want that to happen.
There's gonna be a very like some
Sexual,
lesbianish shit.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited for that now. I love that we
I
just
think
always.
we have to commit now. We just
Yeah,
let them on. We just like basically put out a trailer for an upcoming episode.
I know.
So
Comment below if you guys want us to do that, where we each have a vibrating whatever, and then
Yeah.
we just make each other. But I feel like while we do it, we have to talk about something that's like deep. You know,
Okay.
so we could talk about like our feelings, but then be like, like it'd be so serious, but then have it be a challenge where we have to like keep it together while we're like,
oh my god. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like imagine the struggle.
Yeah.
And then whoever just you know,
Yeah.
lose it. I don't know. We take shots every time one really like
Okay.
gets distracted.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
And
figure
then
it out.
whoever the first to tap out to say I can't do it anymore or to say I gotta pull it out is the loser. And it's not gonna be me. No, I'm just kidding.
And honestly, you're probably gonna win. We all know that's good. That's yeah.
To
We
be
know.
honest, I think in that episode we both will be winners.
We deep throw that.
That's a
shit.
win-win
Yeah?
situation.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. I love that we always brainstorm.
Yeah.
And we always brainstorm quick. We're like, oh yeah.
Right.
It just goes.
We're just talented.
All right, did you plug yourself? I mean, you did. Obviously,
Oh.
that's how we got there. Or-
Yeah, but plug myself digitally, sure. Follow me, HK Brains, all one word, lowercase, Instagram, TikTok. I'll sing for you.
Oh, I love. Can you sing
Might
right
dance
now?
for you.
Switching up position.
Oh, yeah. I didn't warm up.
Okay, then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brokegirltherapy.com. All that shit is there.
Email us your stories at
Yes.
contact@brokegirltherapy.com.
Yes, send me your stories. I love the audios. Do it.
Yeah.
Go buy some merch. And love
Yeah.
yourself, bitch.
Love yourself.
Okay, bye.
Broke Girl Therapy. 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 Broke Girl Therapy.